gather round, friends, let me tell you a tale of three heroes, noble and bold. A brute, a druid, and a thief who is but 9 years old. You know them by name, you know them by deed, their quests are famously daring. So here I sit, singing to you an adventure that is worth sharing. Tuck is the brute, he knows not his home, he loves to sing and fight. Ving is half-elf, he shifts his shape and wields a spear with great might. Billy's a thief, his tiny size does mask the largest heart. Best and brightest they may not be, but their friendship outweighs their smarts. So gather round, friends, and listen close, for the tale's about to start.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Spout Lore. I'm your game master, Shawn O'Hara. Joining me, as always, playing Tacoma Dome the Barbarian, Abdul Aziz.
Hello, everybody.
Playing Ving, the half-elf druid, Paul Oppers.
Hello there.
And playing Fat Billy, the halfling thief, Jessica Ty.
Hello.
When last we left our heroes, they settled in for a relatively safe day of rest, research, and recuperation, having revealed to them by Perel, through his research, that the figure he previously described as being the only person not to be punished in a deal with Mother Neverwas was their old friend, the patron of sailors, Chimes. Chimes. In an attempt to get more information about this situation, Ving used his jar of grave water from the Sea of Graves itself to attempt to commune with Chimes, receiving a murky vision in the form of a flash of images held within the jar, including a young Chimes making a deal of some sort with Mother Neverwas, learning from her the secret of the runes and his method of tattoo making that gave him the power that we know him for today, stealing from her a magic ink that she used to make her deals, and going to face off against the Gibbous Man to release Lillian from her ancient detainment. We saw a battle between the Gibbous Man and Chimes, in which we saw him make his famous deal with the Sea of Graves, as depicted in The Thief and the Maid, where he gave his breath to the wind, his blood to the sea, and his bones to the graves, rising them from the very deep.
Cool.
Meaning our old friend Chimes created the Sea of Graves.
So sick.
All those many millennia ago.
So sick.
From there, the glass shattered, and we were left without the jar, without the grave water. Next, the party decided that they wanted to spend this time resting, regaining some hit points, maybe healing a debility or two. And Tuck asked Morris and Perel if they could help him not remember his horrible cataclysmic dream anymore. They said, oh, maybe, let me just check this cabinet. And the first vial that Perel touched, Tuck just drank, passing out moments later. Then Billy and Ving attempted to help Tuck in some way. Billy by tasting some of the potion and then passing out, and Ving by accidentally getting some in his eye and also passing out. Finding ourselves in some sort of three-way dreamscape containing the dreams of each of our three heroes, including a sunny day by the Widdershins or the Sunwise, one of the two rivers that long ago Billy knit into one. The party investigated this strange frozen dream a little bit, descending into the river. In this frozen in time image of the river, they traveled down, finding the mouth of cave systems that they determined through the creatures coming out and the objects coming out must connect all across the continent, or at least along the massive peninsula that is the Principalities. And in their last moments of observing, Billy felt a presence in the dream take notice and approach. And that is where we find our heroes now. What do you do?
I think we were swimming up to the surface.
Oh,
right. The water started moving.
Began to fill your lungs.
Yeah.
You are drowning. What do you do?
I will gather the mud from the bottom and create a free willy and get us out of here.
Oh, like you're just going to shoot you guys out of the bottom of the river?
And using elemental form.
Okay.
I'm going to create a big creature to get us out of here. I'm going to make a mud orca.
So elemental form is your shapeshift move, basically. You're creating a body for yourself. That's what you want to do? Okay.
Yeah.
Just plus wisdom.
Great. So I got 12.
Which means you get 3 hold.
Great.
And you form this orca mud body around yourself.
Yeah.
at first you attempt to like connect with the spirit of this mud, and you remember, I'm in a dream. This isn't real mud. But
if he wills it so, maybe.
Exactly. You kind of impart your will on this dreamscape and create this mud body around yourself.
And I grab them and head to the surface as fast as we can, bust out the surface.
Perfect.
Great.
So you can do that by spending 2 hold.
Great.
Yes. 1 for each, Billy and Tuck.
I'll use the last one to do a flip in the air.
And land on the banks.
Yeah.
This looks so cool.
Pretty sweet. Gracefully breaking the surface of the water. Water spray glittering in the air, doing a cool flip. Yeah.
He does a sploosh.
Sploosh mid-circle.
Oh, and the sploosh like spin like pinwheels through the air, and the mud falls away. You land lightly on the bank of the
Tuck
river.
slams into the bank next.
I set Billy down.
Billy, what do you do? This scary thing is still in the river, you think, and the water is flowing. The river is now moving.
What is regular Billy doing?
I think so. If we remember,
Like Dream Billy, I guess.
Yeah, Dream Billy. So I think we discussed how this is the memory of Billy creating the Widdershins and the Sunwise and knitting the rivers. So I think he is beginning that process.
Okay.
The waters are beginning to rise, and like the river is twisting and turning.
Cool.
But it's also like starting to, lap over the banks and become a bit turbulent.
I'm going to do what Dream Billy is doing.
Oh, cool.
Well, or at least what he was doing before, where he plunges his hands into the silt of the river.
Oh, cool.
2d6 plus wisdom.
8.
So yeah, you plunge your hands into the clay and try and feel what you felt on that day to remember what did happen. And you know that in a few moments, the river is going to flood. Like in its attempt to connect with the other one, it is going to flood these banks completely. And that, was not a danger for you at the time. But now that you are like visitors in this place at this time, it could be very dangerous for you and extremely dangerous for Tuck and Ving.
Okay.
And then you also know that whatever is in the river that is coming was not a part of that day. This is a new thing.
Whoa.
And you see the water start to like course.
Okay.
And you look further up and you see like a swell coming down the course of the river.
Guys, we got to move.
Let's get out of here.
I just have to do one last thing.
Okay.
I want to make a fairy ring around Dream Billy.
Oh.
Interesting.
Protect him.
Okay.
Just in case. Like, I don't know how this works. It's strange that there's something new in this memory.
Cool.
Plus dexterity, 11.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what kind of fairy ring do you make around Dream Billy?
I sprint around him a few times, and the weeds around the river kind of just like braid together around him.
Nice.
Cool.
Is this a massive flood? Like,
It's a pretty sizable flood. Like the course of the river is being changed.
Is it like if like a dam opens kind of flood?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
Not quite as destructive, but destructive enough for the people standing right next to the river.
Okay.
Like Billy.
Like Billy. But he's got this protective ring around him now. You can see he like settles into his task a little bit more comfortably almost. Like he is reacting to the ring around him. But the waters are coming and you feel, Billy, whatever is in the river is also moving towards you.
We have to go.
All right.
Let's bolt.
Okay. Defy danger, however, you're getting out, unless you have another move that'll help you escape.
I might do escape route.
Oh, smart.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. When I'm in too deep and need a way out, I name my escape route and I roll plus dex.
Excellent.
Sick.
Like Billy's just like, this is weird. It's like lucid dreaming. So Billy starts going to like play land in his head or whatever.
Oh.
And he's like, I mean, I could turn this into a hill
Oh, yeah.
and just pour us out. 7.
Okay.
Whoa.
So what's the 7 to 9?
I can stay or go, but if I go, it costs me something. I have to leave something behind or take something with me, and
Whoa.
the GM decides.
Oh, or take something with
So
you.
obviously I'll go.
Okay, so you create this, that you just turn where you are into a hill that's like rolling you basically towards where you came in?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that Tuck and Ving's defy danger situation is that now the environment around you is a hill and you are like tumbling down this hill as Billy seems to just be gliding towards the edge of the dream.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am going to try to maneuver so that I don't land on Billy, but to follow the lead that he's creating.
So 2d6 plus.
I guess dexterity, which
Dexterity.
I just took a negative
That
one.
sounds like dexterity, yeah.
So that's 6. I got 6.
I'll aid.
What?
Yeah, because I have a negative 1
Right.
dexterity.
I aid him by
Wait.
giving him a good push.
Yeah, 2d6 plus bond.
Great. I got 8.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So you just nudge Tuck along. And how are you getting out?
I'm also just going to use dexterity and,
Okay.
and
Yeah. He gets out by pushing me to the ground and riding me out.
yeah, I wanted to do that earlier. This is perfect.
Tuck is like, all right, I'm going to go into seal mode. And then he tries to slide down the hill that Billy created, and he just went,
So I was like, no. So I run and jump on his back and just play out.
You guys are losing.
yeah.
Yeah. Tuck's a real loser.
I got 10.
Great.
The biggest loser.
So Ving, Tuck runs and slides and just grinds to a halt on this hill.
Trying to be like a penguin.
4 feet ahead, but Ving leaps onto his back, and the extra strength and weight
Yeah.
helps Tuck
Ving's
slide
got
down
one
the hill.
foot on his back and 1 foot on the mud. Like a skateboard.
yeah.
Totally. The 7 to 9 Tuck behind you, you hear like you remember, you could swear you remember hearing water pushed aside as something comes out of the river.
Can I try and look back at what it is?
Oh, no, you look back.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
He rolls
And,
over.
yeah, you roll over while Ving is riding you, and
Yeah.
now you're facing upwards.
I wish I had guns so I could shoot
You know, finger
backwards.
guns.
I mean, it's a dream. Could like real bullets come out of your fingertips?
Dream bullets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tuck wants to do as like Ving is riding me, it's like on my chest, riding me down. I want
Yeah.
to look backwards and do.
And
That's the sound Tuck makes because he's bad at sound effects. It's like that assassin guy we met that one time.
so you swear you could remember the sound of the water. Then you swear you could see something coming out of it. And you could swear you saw something come over the hill. But it's like every time you see it, you forget what you saw.
Oh, like a real dream. Like when you wake up from it.
Yeah, it's like you are only aware of where it is because you have realized you've forgotten seeing it.
Can I use weaponized dissociation? When you are subject to mind control,
Mhm.
you may choose to take 1d4 damage, ignores armor, and ignore the consequence.
You are also, I want you to understand this. You are currently fully under the control of a mind affecting potion.
Okay.
If you are choosing to shake your mind free of an enchantment, you could potentially shake your mind free of this entire situation and leave Ving and Billy behind.
I feel like I want to push and try and see what this thing is.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're taking 1d4,
Okay. Oh, nope. 1.
one damage. So I think what you see is very upsetting in that it is a long, malleable looking being of some kind, like a long central body
Mm-hmm.
of like an amorphous, semi-solid looking fluid almost,
Whoa.
with a big mouth on the end of it, no eyes,
Whoa.
and then a series of long arms on either side
Whoa.
with like very human looking hands.
Whoa.
Oh, so like in Spirited Away.
That's exactly what I'm thinking about. It's kind of like no eyes, but like a long slug with like
Ew.
arms and legs
Weird.
that is crawling towards you very quickly with
Yeah.
its mouth wide open.
Tuck freaks out and starts like scrabbling his legs to go faster. Yeah.
Totally, yeah.
Fuck.
And you have a distinct impression, Tuck, that as you try and break free of this obscuring effect that it has, that it recognizes that you've done that.
Fuck.
Billy, you're pushing everybody towards a new dream. Which dream are you picking?
Things because I want a mom to protect us. And
Right.
And Tux is really scary.
Yeah, totally.
Mine is bad.
It's really scary.
Mine is really bad.
Okay, so you cross this like barrier. There's the weird little like backstage area that you can see that's just like the black space.
There's people at craft service table.
Yeah. There's like a PA with a little headset and a clipboard that's like, come on, gesturing you towards the next dream.
These glasses or these glasses? Which one? Pick a one.
We're already late. We're behind.
There's a prop wrangler in there.
Exactly.
No logos.
No, get those. You got to get that polo shirt
Can we
off.
get a Greek to the set?
And you get dumped from Billy's dream into this backstage space and then like tumble basically into Ving's dream.
For some reason, as we go through the backstage area, you hear Tuck's back squeak really loud against the floor. Like it's made of linoleum.
Yeah.
Mud sounds into squeaking. Ooh.
Oh, you've got a little like floor burn.
Yeah, I've got rug burn all down my back. That's the one damage I took.
Yeah, rug burn. We discussed, Ving, that it is from the perspective of your mom, but we didn't discuss what situation it was.
No.
So it's pre-Ving. Ving has not been born yet.
Yeah.
And it is a dream that he's had many times that he thought maybe was from his perspective. And so describe the scene.
She's in the canopy of a tree, and she's studying this gigantic web, and it looks like it goes on for acres.
Oh.
It's a massive web, series of webs throughout the tree.
Interesting.
And she's taking parts of it and putting it into like a little satchel, taking a sample.
Okay.
And she doesn't see it, but there is a gigantic looming figure parting the branches behind her
Whoa.
and approaching across the webs in the treetops.
Okay.
Like a giant spider?
Maybe. You just see the rumblings and the web shaking and leaves parting and the sound of breaking branches.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just realizing that this thing is coming towards her out of the treetops.
Oh, right, because this is a dream that your mom had.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, right. Yes, it is a dream, not a historic event like Billy's situation.
Mm-hmm. The ground is getting further and further away.
So this we come into in this frozen tableau.
And in the dream, she's trying to focus in on which direction the broken branches are coming from.
Yeah.
And they're like broken branches and rustling over here, from underneath, from up above.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a hummingbird flitting around her face in circles, just buzzing around. She can't get a bead on. It's like distracting her or whatever it is. Something's busying her mind.
Interesting. So you come into this frozen tableau of Ileana and the web and these like broken branches, leaves beginning to fall in the canopy, and the hummingbird frozen in place, like right in front of her face.
And the only thing that's not frozen are its wings because they beat so fast.
Oh, so it's very slowly moving its wings.
Cool.
But that means that all three of you are dumped into a canopy.
Yeah, Tuck falls directly to the ground.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this tree is really high up. You get dumped into this new dream, and all of a sudden, it is like you're surrounded by forest.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Like Billy's dream, where you were suddenly in a nice spring day. You are suddenly in a forest in a treetop with no solid ground beneath you. What do?
Tuck immediately just tries to grasp for something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2d6 plus strength.
Okay. 12.
12, perfect. Yeah, you grab onto a branch.
Yeah.
And you just hold yourself in place.
Yeah, it is. Ving is on top of me, right?
Yes.
Where's Billy?
I was ahead of you guys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to grab on too.
Okay. 2d6 plus strength, I guess.
10.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Holy
Okay.
shit.
I rolled 10.
Yeah. Wow.
Nice.
Sick.
So Billy shoots his little hand out.
Yeah.
Grabs onto Tuck's love handles.
So fleshy.
We gotta clip your nails.
So
Thank God you're in a bulk phase.
it's so sharp.
Yeah.
So my back is red rash,
Yeah.
and then
My claws. Well, not my claws.
your
Your little boy
claws.
claws.
My little baby fingernails like drag down your side. Don't worry, I got a good hold.
Oh yeah, that's what I was reacting to.
Don't scream, Tuck. I'm safe.
It's fine. We're all safe now. You don't have to be afraid.
Except for Ving. Ving, what do you do?
I'm going to throw my spear and try and into the wood and catch myself with the spear.
Okay.
Oh, wait. We're in a dream. Do I have my weapons?
You have whatever you want as long as you can will it.
I will my spear.
2d6 plus wisdom, I guess,
Nice.
to summon your spear.
What is that? 11.
Okay,
Sick.
yeah. All of a sudden, in your mind, your spear is in your hand. Land lightly on the haft of the spear.
So
Cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think the fact that you all so incredibly succeeded is as you get dumped in, whatever this fucking thing is, Tuck, you see it just like tumble through the treetops. It's like reaching out all its many hands to try and grab on, but it falls quite a distance. You're not sure if it grabs on, but it is momentarily away.
Yeah, and can I tell these guys what it was?
Yeah, you can definitely try and describe it.
There's like a big fat slug dick thing like coming for us.
Mm-hmm.
The whole front of it is just a mouth, and it looks like it wants to eat us or something.
What?
Yeah, and it looks long, like my. Sorry,
You have to have a better way to describe it.
That's not that long.
Could we just like step on it then or something?
Yeah.
That seems
Can
really
you just,
little.
Like, squish it?
No, dude, it was huge. it was huge.
I
Like,
don't know. I didn't see anything.
Yeah, I've known you for years and I haven't seen anything.
no, the thing was huge.
Oh.
I just couldn't find a good metaphor, but it's really big.
You're all safe for the moment. You can haul yourselves back up on the tree branches.
Can we bolt out of here using the canopy?
Yeah, where are you trying to go?
Can I go? I want to discern realities and see what my
Yeah.
dream mom is doing.
Cast around.
10.
Okay, 3 questions off the list.
What's valuable?
So you're basically, all 3 of you are kind of under this web. You've latched on. You're like underneath Ileana, frozen in this dream that she's having.
Oh, so we're like looking up through the canopy
You're looking
at the tableau.
Up through the canopy at the web. The web like extends
Oh.
through the trees.
Oh, okay.
And you can see it hanging above you. And Ving, you immediately recognize. And Billy, you moments later recognize as you are done squeezing Tuck's love handle because it's safe and fun.
Yeah.
Stop.
Oh, sorry. I hold on to his loincloth instead.
Oh God, it's slippy.
I just take you up and I put you on my shoulder.
I'm sorry.
That's definitely going to get infected.
And you look up at the web and you can see the connections of the strands. And they form constellations.
Whoa. Holy shit.
What's about to happen?
You've had this dream a million times. Like, you know, she is wondering where this thing is coming from. You look at all the broken branches and all the falling leaves that could be where it is approaching. And you realize the reason she's having such trouble determining the direction it's coming from is because it's coming from all of those directions. And through the canopy, massive midnight black spider legs are closing in through the canopy around her.
Whoa. Holy shit. So cool.
Who's really in control here?
Your mother had dreams about the gibbous man.
What does that mean?
Does that mean he's in control?
Is that the answer to who's really in control?
I think that is the answer to who is really in control. In terms of Ileana's dreams, she had dreams about the gibbous man, about Spider.
Were they portentous dreams or was he in her head?
You cannot determine that from this tableau.
Someone got to figure this out right now. I got to do it.
How?
Let me roll something.
I mean,
to
you
figure
can no,
it
you
out.
can make intimations. Like you can determine things.
I intimate that I want to know. Tell me, dream, tell me what is real.
What are you rolling here?
7.
But what you didn't say what move you were rolling. I already told you that you wouldn't do anything, and you rolled the dice anyway.
I need to know so bad.
Hey, you can Tuck. You've seen this thing. You can make guesses
As to what this dream is, what
this dream must be. Yeah.
Can I use druidic lore?
Yeah, you absolutely can. I want to be clear about something.
There's the thing coming.
There's a
for us.
thing coming that you guys know is here and is after you.
Okay.
So you can spend time here and try and glean more information, but you are at risk.
Tuck leans over to Ving and he's like, Ving, this thing, whatever is here is really important. You got to figure it out. I'm going to go down and fight that huge dick thing, okay?
I mean, here, take this.
He
And he takes
jumps.
his...
He's sailing
Oh,
through the air.
He's already gone. Oh, okay.
Is Billy going with Tuck? Because Billy was on Tuck's shoulder.
Oh, I'm coming with you.
Okay. Billy.
I'm fucking coming with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So we jump down to find this
Yeah.
tree monster.
And I would like to shoot first.
As you're falling down on top of it.
You stab Tuck.
He's just not thinking.
Tuck has the initiative.
Actually, that bringing Billy with you actually makes a lot of sense because
Yeah.
it means that this thing can't get the jump on you because
Oh.
Billy will know it's about to attack.
Right. Sick.
Oh, I say throw me like the good old days.
Throw me.
Okay, I'll throw you later, but I don't want to throw
come
you
on.
at the forest floor from 200 feet up.
You gotta.
I'll throw you later. We're having this fight at as Tuck is shimmying down, and his front now is getting a bunch of bark rash because he's trying to shimmy really fast, and then he keeps falling a bit.
Yeah.
Going, ah!
And we're all getting slivers. I'm going, ah!
Every once in a while, like a knot from the tree catches on one of the obsidian chunks in your chest and just like tugs it. It's like getting a nipple ring pulled.
Ving's looking down and like, I give that this mystery better be worth it. There's a lot of pressure on this moment in and out of the game.
Yeah.
We're making so much noise as we crash.
So not stealth.
This sounds like a defy danger of some kind to get from up here to the forest floor without dying.
Like Constitution or something?
I can do Constitution.
It could be Constitution if you're just taking the pain, strength if you're trying to muscle your way down.
No, I think I'm grabbing and letting go, grabbing and letting go. I think I'm just taking
That sounds like Constitution.
So I got 14.
Great.
I got pretty bad. I rolled a 2 and a 1, so 4.
Okay. Yeah, you're gonna take some damage for sure.
That's fine.
I think because you're holding on to Tuck,
Uh-huh.
so you're more getting battered around like a little backpack. Like you're just slamming back and forth.
Yeah, when he like hits a branch, you know how they kind of spread apart?
Yeah.
They flip back on Billy every time.
I keep whacking.
Yeah.
Roll a d6.
3.
3 damage.
Okay.
Yeah, and you got some scrapes and some bloody cheeks as you.
I'm getting so many black eyes.
Yeah.
I guess I only have 2 eyes, but
So many though.
Yeah, but this is a dream.
Tuck
Yeah.
lands on a low branch and hangs onto the trunk, and you just wait.
Yeah, go into predator mode.
yeah. I grab some of this dark sap spilling from the trees and I wipe it on my face to blend in.
It's
Oh,
my
God.
blood.
That's
It's Tuck's blood.
I found this dark sap. Okay, whatever.
You should have some too.
oh, gross.
Oh.
Yep. Oh.
Cool. Okay, so you are standing here, predator mode, on the branch.
I'm posed like a crouching cat, like
Yeah.
with its backle arched and
Uh-huh.
stuff.
And this is an interesting combo because Tuck can see this thing. Billy can't see this thing, but he has like a danger sense.
Oh yeah.
So as you're waiting, you're standing here for a few seconds. And Billy, you could swear you remember and have just forgotten the sound of something up and behind you.
So I'd like to shoot first. I would like to use my fairy dust so that it kind of covers it and then we can track it.
Oh, I see. Okay, so you're just trying to make it visible.
Yeah.
You could use a fairy hold for this, like an illusion.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah. I'll
you
do
could-
an illusion.
You could just like create a bunch of glittery dust
Yeah.
and have it like move through that.
Sure.
So you could just spend a hold on that.
Oh sure.
Yeah. So you throw your hand out and there's like glittery dust kind of in this dream in front of you.
Yeah. It's dark.
And then just off to the right, you swear you remember there being fairy dust there.
hmm
Mhm.
And now there's just a hole.
Over there, Tuck. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Oh wait, you can already see it. I guess this is just for me.
Yeah, it is helping Billy. That's pretty much it.
That's
So dumb.
that was a good thing though, that now we can both see it.
Yeah. And Tuck, you see this thing creeping through the trees, all its many 2 human hands with 2 long fingers pulling itself over a branch.
I think I just want to like throw the axe at it. Try and like
Yeah.
fucking slice it hard.
Mm-hmm. Very cool.
Slice hard.
Yeah.
Gotta slice it hard, man.
Yeah, and Tuck wants to say something cool. So like as he spins, he like goes, "Thanks, Billy," and he spins around, he throws the axe, and he's like, "Eat axe, bitch." And
Cut or uncut, bro.
Oh, right, yeah. You look like an uncircumcised dick.
Got him.
God, yeah.
And Billy
So
looks
glad I'm
away
participating.
embarrassed.
I can't believe you said dick around me.
Hack and slash?
Sounds like volley because you're throwing it.
Okay, 2d6 plus dexterity?
Yep.
5.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So you hurl the axe forward. It glows with the light of a million crystals as it spins through the air towards this horrible beast. And we're going to cut up to Ving. Ving, you're below this spiderweb of constellations above you. You see your mother.
Can I discern the realities to read the constellations? I consult my druidic lore to know what the constellations say?
You can certainly try to your semi-trained druidic eye. It
Yes.
seems like this is a reflection of the sky. Like this is a reflection of the night sky.
So you're saying I could use night moves when I spend time contemplating the movement of the stars in the night, roll plus wisdom. On the 10 plus, the GM will answer one question.
And then what's on the 7 to 9?
You'll ask me a question in return.
I think before we roll, this is a move where before we roll this, I want to know what you're trying to
Yeah, I don't know. No
determine.
idea. What am I trying to determine here? She had this dream where she was like trying to do stuff tree related or like gather information. She's in over her head. She's already caught in the web, so maybe she's involved.
Well, there's like a lot of questions around what your parents had to do with like the gibbous man.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Is this like because your mom was a wizard, right?
Yes.
But she like but she became a wizard, right? Because she was definitely a druid.
I thought she was pretending to be a druid. She was using
Yeah.
She was a wizard who was pretending to be a druid.
Yeah. to hide out.
And then I think she like just became culturally a druid as
Mhm.
she was hiding in Hibernia.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I imagine there's at some point she's like studying all this, and maybe this is like when she uncovers like the gibbous man stuff.
Oh, because she's a wizard, and if she was getting interested in druidic stuff, that's what the constellations represent.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and this could be like her figuring out how to read these stars before they were obscured, like properly obscured,
Mhm.
and
Seeing in that the story of the gibbous man
Uh-huh.
and the obscuring.
and learning something she shouldn't have known.
And
Mhm.
because
This
I
is her
think
druid eyes
because
only.
she was yes, and she loved trees, and like
Uh-huh.
she was like a studier of the trees, and her wizardry maybe was that of growth because she
yeah.
grew somebody and growth of trees, like she grew a person.
Mhm.
That she early detected the gibbous man's influence in the tree of knowledge.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
And did she go searching then in the stars for like more of that story?
Well, I think she end up finding it maybe
yeah.
through her dream.
Right, because the fact that this dream exists means that your mom knew about spider and hummingbird.
Which are like deep foundational, like cosmic
She could
entities.
have purposely like bequeathed this dream to you.
Mhm.
It's part of the gifts she gave in my creation.
Mm-hmm.
And part of the reason why she made him in the first place to be this moving target for the gibbous man. She found out the gibbous man is trying to destroy all druidic knowledge and obscure the minds of everyone by getting the knowledge tree, which is a central thing where everybody knows where it is, but
Mhm.
by making that separate and putting it in a person, a wandering
Mhm.
idiot,
Mm-hmm.
then
She might have created Ving as a way to like protect knowledge
yeah.
because
Yeah.
she knew it was being destroyed by the gibbous man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
like
a very
She
interesting
needed
idea.
something to wander.
to keep, it
safe.
moving and
Yeah,
keep it safe.
moving because it's like too vulnerable if it's planted in the ground.
Mhm.
Yeah, where like some people see Vig as a weapon, she saw you as like
A vault.
a vault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like that she made him a shapeshifter or the ability to change because of whatever she put in him so that he would constantly be moving and changing. And
Like the gibbous man wouldn't be able to get a bead on you.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, I really like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very, very cool. So now let's roll and see how much of this actually takes.
Yeah.
Oh, is this the druidic lore?
It's either druidic lore or you were talking about night moves like reading the constellation in the webs.
Oh, yeah.
I like using the consult the trove of ancient knowledge within me because it's what she put in me.
Yeah.
This is her experiences and her dream that she
Yeah.
put in me.
Okay, so 2d6 plus wisdom.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I got a 10.
Okay.
Holy shit. Fuck yes.
What? Yeah. So what is a 10 on 10 plus on druidic lore?
On a hit, the GM will ask you a question about the subject.
So is the question basically just making everything that we just talked about like true in some way?
You betcha, Sean.
Okay. So you're looking at your mother, and as you perceive her in this dream, that's when she sort of comes to life.
Uh-huh.
And you see the dream as she dreamt it, and you can see her looking out over this web, and you can see her reading the constellation.
One eyes are look at the horizon, her other hand is reading the constellations, almost like
Mm.
Braille. She's like
Yeah.
reading them with her hand.
Moving her hand along the web.
Like she's being vigilant of like the danger that she
Mhm.
knows is coming.
Mhm.
But as she is reading the constellations, her hand brushing over the webs, so desperate to glean the knowledge that they contain, she is alerting the spider.
Mhm.
She can't help herself. She needs to know.
Oh, cool. Cool metaphor, Sean.
I like that.
That's a great metaphor.
Thanks, man. Thank you. And that's when you can see the legs closing in around her. As Hummingbird seems to attempt to warn her away,
Mhm.
she brushes Hummingbird out of her face.
Oh, shit.
And the legs close around her.
and Ving falls
Whoa.
because the legs take over and snap his spear, his dream spear.
Oh,
Shit.
yeah. And you are falling through the trees. Far below, Tuck, your axe, as it sails towards this thing, it opens its mouth wide and the axe lands, like hits it right in the like soft. Its mouth is really weird in that there's no throat. It's just an opening. And it hits the mouth and disappears.
Okay.
All right, avoid mouth.
Billy, do you still want me to throw you?
Throw me.
Are you fucking serious?
Okay, do this thing. Okay, pretend to throw me, but don't actually throw me.
Oh,
but I
yeah.
need you to throw, you know?
To pretend to throw.
Yeah.
Okay.
And aim it at it.
Okay, yeah. So I go and I pretend, no, my axe.
And it's like moving back and forth, like up the tree, kind of positioning itself.
Well, you're not going to be able to swallow my son. Tuck's like, what am I doing? And then he goes to pretend to throw Billy, but he does the thing where when you wheel back, you let go, and then I throw an empty hand.
But Billy's out of sight behind you.
Yeah, but I've dropped Billy behind me, and then I've just like pretended to throw.
Okay.
Like when you trick a stupid dog, like Banjo, stupid idiot Banjo.
Boy, Banjo.
Where is he?
He's over here. He's asleep or dead. There's no way to tell.
His eyes are open. He's crying.
I think this is going to be
For context, audience, Banjo's my wife's dog, and he's got the soul of a murderer in him.
That's how much you love Aaron.
I love my wife so
You
much.
married her despite her dog.
Her murderous
For
dog.
reference listeners, that's my wife's dog, not my dog.
Not my dog. My dog's over here. Her name is Kaylee, and she never farts.
Her shit doesn't stink. You've said it several times today.
So I think this is charisma, to defy danger charisma, because you're trying to trick this thing.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're talking to me.
Yeah, I'm talking to you. The game we're playing? Yeah.
6 + 3 is 9.
Okay, 9. So it will not be tricked for long, but for a second, like a stupid dog.
Can I aid as Ving is falling? He says he sees Billy go behind him. He goes, "No, don't throw our son."
Yeah, 2d6 plus bond.
Oh, I failed.
Okay.
I got 5.
No, don't help our son. You just fall straight down.
to the canopy floor. Yeah, he gets the wind knocked out of him as he hits the forest floor.
Just lying on your back. Oh my god.
Can I would like to do shadow dance
Oh,
for
interesting.
this.
And
That's why I wanted him to throw me.
Yeah.
It's just when you drop me, Billy is lifeless.
I killed him.
Oh, you threw his spirit, Billy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
okay.
kind of cool.
That is cool.
Okay, so read out Shadow Dance. It's been a while.
Oh yeah. When you attempt to enter the fairy, spend a hold and roll plus wisdom. On a 7 to 9, you leave your body and enter the fairy world as your pure essence and take 1 hold. On a 10 plus, take 3 holds. You may spend a hold 1 for 1 to move and act in the way only fairies can. When you spend your final hold, you return to your body immediately.
All right, cool. So go ahead and roll it.
Oh, fucking hell. 4. I would like to use another fairy child to turn a failed roll to a 7 to 9.
Oh,
nice.
yes. Okay,
Right.
great. So it's a 7 to 9, so you get 1 hold,
Yeah.
and your lifeless body drops behind Tuck onto the branch that he's standing on, and he whips your fairy form through the air.
Yep.
Ooh, what do I see? What does this monster look like in the fairy world?
Oh, the dream fairy world.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the thing, right? Because we're in the dream. I think this is a very unusual feeling. Like you expect, like, oh, I've been to the fairy a million times. I know what it feels like, but you're like static right now. It's almost like if you're in the material and you go to the fairy, which is like the world behind the world, you are leaving the dream and going to like the subtext. You know what I mean? Like it's like just raw.
The meaning behind the dream.
It's raw meaning.
Shit.
That's where I'm going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Fun.
god.
Whoa, cool.
Fun.
What do you see was a monster?
So the monster, I think, very upsettingly,
Uh-huh.
is the only thing in sharp focus here.
That makes sense.
It is the form that Tuck saw, this long slug-like creature with like an inconsistent amount of too long, too skinny human-looking arms,
Mm-hmm.
and then a wide open mouth.
Oh.
But everything around you, you see this forest is not a forest. This is the feeling of being lost, being
Yeah.
unsure, like searching for something. And then right in the center of it is this horrible HD fucking 4K slug monster. But it seems like it is less subtextual than everything here, like it is
Real?
almost. And also you see the subtext around it
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
fading as if it's being eaten away.
Whoa.
Like the worm thing is being eaten away? Or?
No, the subtext around the worm thing is being eaten away. It is eroding the dream.
Okay, I will spout lore then.
Okay, 2d6 plus intelligence.
5.
Fuck.
That's a failure.
Shit.
Oh, you know what? I'm using my last
Fairy
last
Childhood?
Yeah.
fairy childhood.
Nice.
to
Okay,
turn
7
into
to
7 to
9.
9.
Okay, so interesting but not useful.
Ah,
What is this thing?
Interestingly,
You remember, unfortunately,
uh-huh.
a lecture that Perel was forcing you to be a part of.
Oh yeah, I'm back in the Margani library.
Yeah. So you're back in the Margani library. It is when Perel was trying to get his magic back,
Mhm.
and he was going through every possible option. And Billy was basically like a dictaphone that didn't take any notes,
Yeah.
where Perel just felt like he was doing more if he was telling you what he was thinking
And I've
about.
been sitting here for 45 whole minutes.
And I think you were helping him because
Yeah.
you can read runes.
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah.
can read old fairy runes.
Mhm. And you remember him talking about, oh, well, maybe I can just ingest an anerophage and that will clear out whatever mental block I'm having that's stopping me from accessing my magic.
Oh.
So it's a dream eater?
What if I offered it like Tuck's dream?
Oh.
How would you feel about that?
Yeah, I think this is a great idea.
Yeah, can I approach this gross worm?
Uh-huh. So you kind of float towards it in your fairy shadow form?
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of snaps out at you. It can't quite come off the branch, but it's like biting up at you.
What are you following us for?
It does not speak,
Uh-huh.
but you swear you could remember
Oh.
it saying, I'm hungry.
For something that we have? Or for us?
You are fresh.
Okay, so I'd like to barter with it.
Mm-hmm.
Billy knows that we haven't visited Tuck's dream yet, and he knows that that's the one that like plagues Tuck and
Mm.
wants to be rid of it. So I'd like to offer, if the gross worm leaves us alone, I will lead it to that dream.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay.
That's great.
This is
something more delicious than us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Roll 2d6 plus charisma
For what?
to convince it.
Oh,
Because it does want to eat you.
okay. 10.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
So in this subtext, you can see like tendrils of it reaching out like a butterfly's proboscis
Uh-huh.
Ugh.
and like brushing against you.
Ew.
Ugh.
And you can feel it taste what you saw of Tuck's dream.
Mhm.
Whoa.
And it immediately like, and it agrees.
Whoa.
You will be spared if this dream is mine, but I will come with you.
I agree.
And some of its legs like pull back into it, and it just has 4 now, and it sort of lowers itself out of this predatory pose.
Creepy.
So you, Tuck, and Ving, as Ving from the forest floor, where you're like,
Is everyone okay?
Yeah, I did the throw and then I saw it start to like do weird dance things as it was
Yeah.
talking to Billy.
uh-huh.
And I was like, I'm just sitting on the branch. I was like, something's happening now. I don't know what it
walks
is.
up to Tuck beside the branch, like holding his chest, like, is he in there?
Oh, yeah, because Billy's like laying right there, like,
Yeah.
Just mouth wide open.
Totally passed out.
Ving
Yeah.
like wipes a bit of spit off of his chin,
Yeah, he's doing something. I don't know, man.
just,
put some wool under his head.
He's doing something.
Then Billy does the dog thing where his
rolling.
arms and legs start going a little bit.
Yeah.
And he goes,
Oh, he's running.
oh, he's running.
Oh God, he hates running. This is a nightmare.
Oh, it's bad.
Is Billy going back to his body at all, or is he staying in the ferry?
maybe I will go back to my body because then you guys can talk to me.
Okay. Billy returns to his body, and the anerophage settles like on the trunk of the tree, like a gecko, and it bends its weird head back and says, "We have reached an agreement."
Whoa, you talk.
Whoa. Holy shit.
What agreement have you made, Billy?
Okay, well, Tuck, I don't know how you feel about this, but it promised it would leave us alone if I took it to your dream so that I could eat it.
Oh, yeah. That's great.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I didn't want it to eat Ving's dream. It seemed pretty important.
So this thing just eats dreams?
I think so. And he said something gross like, we are fresh or whatever. which
Ew.
I think he meant there's fresh stuff in our brain, in
Oh.
our minds. I don't know.
I will sup.
What becomes of the dreams you eat?
They are made nothing.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's perfect. I don't see any downsides to this. Let's do it.
Night echoes the day. It's perfect.
Yeah. If you, Guy, and he points at the monster, if you, Guy, want to get rid of the dream that I keep having every night, that would be great because then I don't have to think about it anymore. All right. Can I ride on your back? I got really bad carpet rash on my back sliding through the liminal space between our dreams, and I'm really cut up on my front.
Billy, you are reminded of the fact that anything that was in contact with this thing in the subtextual realm was being eroded.
Tuck, I don't think you should touch it, honestly. It's pretty fucked up.
Tuck takes some granola and throws it at the side of the thing.
So you throw some granola and its gross, boneless body, no spine neck, spins around and snaps the granola.
Oh, okay.
And it disappears.
Okay, yeah, I won't touch it.
Fresh.
All right, yeah,
Keep it
fresh.
down.
Fresh is best.
All
Come
right,
on. Always
let's go.
fresh. That's us. Come on with us.
We start climbing out of the trees.
Yeah. Yeah, that's funny that the level of how you got in perceptively is now way above you.
Yeah.
You kind of fell down in the dream.
There's a door 10 feet above the canopy that is the liminal space.
Yeah, totally.
We have to get on each other's shoulders to get up there.
Ving's on Tuck, and Billy's on Ving, and Tuck's on Billy.
Oh, yeah, that's
And then Ving's
absolutely
on
what I was
Billy.
thinking.
We keep saying.
And then gross dickworms on Ving.
And then we're just don't think about it. If we don't think about it, then it doesn't fail. Just don't think about it.
Cartoon rules.
Yeah.
You just have to just know that makes sense.
Yeah.
Just don't make sense until we get out, and then we can think about how it doesn't make sense.
Looney Tunes style, that's all that matters.
Yep.
Yeah, and you climb up the tree. Now that you aren't at desperate risk of your mental lives, you're able to reach the backstage space, and you see before you the gray and black smoking expanse of Tuck's recurring nightmare.
This fucking thing.
And you see the Oneirophage lift its head like it's a
Ooh, it's
hound
little
sniffing the
things.
night. Yeah.
Yeah.
Smell.
The yellow sulfuric smoke that you talked about goes into where nostrils maybe are.
Yeah, totally.
Mm.
It swells.
So what do you do?
And I talked to the Oneirophage, the thing,
Mhm.
the monster, and I'm like, hey, Guy, can you hold off on eating it fully until I go figure something out?
It's probably going to be a roll.
Okay.
2d6 plus charisma.
I'll give you this granola that you seem to like because it was so fresh.
So then this is a parlay.
Okay.
Yeah, 2d6 plus charisma for parlay.
oh,
Ouch.
shit, dude. That sucks.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so that's 3, and I have +3, so I get 6.
I'll aid.
Oh,
How are you aiding?
Ving has one of the omelets from the station that he's going to offer up.
Yeah.
One of the omelets?
Yeah, from the dreams from this morning.
You brought an omelet into the dream?
Yeah, I went to sleep. I fell asleep with an omelet in my pocket because I always keep omelets around for
I
Billy because he
see.
gets hungry on the go.
Get a pocket full of omelet.
All
A pocket
right.
full of omelets.
2d6 plus bond.
They're just quail egg omelets. They're really small.
Really little.
It's a 3-egg omelet, but it's so
it's
tiny.
really tiny. Oh, nice. I got 10.
nice.
All right, 7 to 9. You say, I'll give you some of that granola, and it looks towards the dream, and it looks back towards you and nods its giant sluggy head and says, "On amuse bouche, then."
Cool.
And it kind of settles down on it's really, okay. You know, how dogs sit on their back legs where their back knees are bent and the legs are straight? It looks like a person doing that
Oh,
is how it sits.
so creepy.
The limbs are just too long.
Yeah. So
It extends like a long fingered hand out towards you.
oh, Tuck's already poured it on the ground of the liminal space. And it's like a way too big pile because
Yeah.
he dumped his backpack out and then just went.
Dumped for so long.
And it's
And Ving puts a tiny omelet on top.
ding. And it's long slug
And
head
it goes, quail's eggs.
a delicacy. Quails do not dream.
What? That goes, what?
And its head reaches up and it just like it doesn't move its body, but its head keeps
Like a
moving.
slinky.
Like a slinky.
Yeah.
And as its mouth touches the pile, it doesn't chew. It just like the shit disappears as it touches the mouth.
You
All
better
right.
do what you need to do quick.
Okay, yeah, I go into the dream.
All right.
I go with you.
Should I go or should I stay with this thing?
No, maybe don't stay with
No,
the dream.
Billy, get away from the
Okay.
Come with us.
And Billy's like trying to be brave, but he's like shaking, like, do I stay?
Oh, come, Billy, come.
Okay.
He's shaking so hard he's like sliding across the ground. So you step into Tuck's dream.
Yeah.
All three of you leaving the Anerophage behind backstage. And just like every other dream, the second you step into it, you are surrounded by it. You are now on a vast and blasted plain of gray stone and black sand.
And the other ones, like where the details were fuzzy or weird, this one is not. Like it's sharp,
Yeah.
painful, hot, smelly.
Yeah, you can feel the jagged rocks like cutting through your boots.
And it's not like still.
Oh, yeah, everything
Yeah.
is moving
Oh,
immediately.
yeah.
The sky is boiling.
Yeah.
The smoke is pouring out of the earth. And at the top of the hill, the tree burns.
It's like a destroyed castle kind of thing, like sort of in the middle distance,
Cool.
Yeah.
like halfway up the hill.
Oh,
Yeah.
neat.
Okay.
That's what Ving says to Tuck.
Oh my God. That's cool.
Yeah. So Tuck, what were the things that Tuck wanted to figure out here? Tuck, I guess to some degree, Tuck is like, so this is the thing that is holding me back, giving me my debility, and I want to forget it, but I don't want to forget it before I figure out what it means and why I keep having this dream over and over again. And then Tuck looks to the top of the hill at the burning tree, and he sees like the figure that's like standing underneath it, and he's like, also, who the fuck is that?
And this is the figure that has newly begun, well, relatively newly begun appearing in the dream.
Yeah. So how do I figure this out?
It's a good question. I mean, you see yourself because this is a non-static dream. You
Yeah.
see an image of yourself trudging up the hill.
Yeah.
You know the only way to get to the top is to get to the top.
Okay. So Tuck starts to run.
Okay.
2d6 plus Constitution.
To just take the
I'll just take
the
damage.
pain. Yeah. 2d6 plus con.
And can I use Unbowed, Unbent, Unbroken? When you prepare yourself to endure some hardship without fighting back, roll plus con on a hit. You can either take half damage or you can completely ignore one other ill effect.
Mhm.
On a 10 plus, you also defeat, expose, or frustrate your oppressor with your stubbornness.
Yeah, you could use it potentially to take less damage.
Okay.
I'm not sure, unless, like, how would you envision you defeating, exposing, or frustrating this situation?
I guess, like, if I get a 10 plus, I was like, I want to use, like, the level to which I'm just letting it batter me to,
Mhm.
like, learn something about it.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
Yeah.
interesting.
Because it expose. I want it to
Yeah.
expose itself to me.
All right.
Wow.
Expose. Expose it.
Expose yourself to me, dream.
Give it to me.
Expose yourself first.
Yeah. Are you guys? Do you guys wait at the bottom?
I want to follow behind, but not as close. I want to give you
Yeah,
space,
we'll give you some distance.
Okay.
but we need to like keep up just in case because
Mhm.
things were popping off in ours.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
by going slow behind him, you are not exposing yourself to the same level of harm currently.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You're like picking your way through.
So yeah, Tuck takes a breath and starts to run. And as it gets steeper and steeper, it just becomes like scrambling.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's bad.
Oh, shit.
Okay, so 1 and 3 plus Constitution is 7.
Okay.
Ooh.
Not bad.
So you can take half damage or ignore another ill effect.
Okay, I'll ignore one other ill effect.
Okay, then let's talk about it. What is usually the effect of Tuck being like lacerated by this hill in his dream? Like, what does it obscure?
I think in this place, I can't ignore the pain as well.
Yeah.
And I also, like, it makes it hard for me to think.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's one thing that happens. Like, this perspective on the dream is more information than he's ever gotten about it because he's like, it's like kind of like he has blinders on when he's in it.
Totally. So I think if you ignore the ill effect of that, like overwhelming nature of the dream that makes analyzing it difficult, I think like you're using this pain that you're feeling to sharpen your focus.
Mm-hmm. Do I have to take damage?
You have to take a D10.
Okay. 10. Oh, holy shit.
Do you die?
No. I have 16.
Oh my god.
Do I have armor?
Not in your dream.
Not your dream, bro.
Oh my
Holy
gosh.
shit.
Dude, like Tuck is thrashing around on the floor.
Yeah.
With blood spurting out of his mouth like
the Matrix
style.
Yeah, I imagine he's clenches his teeth and just like blood comes out of his lips.
Yeah, like the other two dreams are so fine. Like Morris and Perel were like just having tea. Like we cut back and they've put us in beds and
They're drinking
How
tea.
are they? Oh, they're still tripping. They're fine.
Yeah. And then immediately Tuck pukes a bunch of blood.
And they're like, whoa!
That's fine.
They run to roll him over so he doesn't aspirate.
Oh my god, they put him in a recovery position.
It's like so chill till that point.
Yeah, totally. So you're
It's just a triage situation.
Like Morris came in like, I baked cookies.
Cookies in the air. A whole pan of cookies. They jump off the cake sheet.
holy shit.
Nurse Paige.
And then you hear code blue in the observation area.
A bunch of pages running with a crash cart made out of paper. Clear. So Tuck, you are like hand over hand scrambling up this hill.
Yeah.
That it feels like you've scrambled up countless times before, but now it feels really real.
Yeah.
And you can feel the stone biting into your flesh and the sand grating against the cuts. And by the time you get to the top, you're feeling layer after layer of your fogged perception be lathed away by this pain. And you reach the mount.
I've never been up here before.
You've never made it this far?
I don't.
Right, because you see your family and your friends all tumble into a crevasse on your way up.
And it's like that's where the dream ends, is everything cracks and shatters and like sinks. So he's actually never made it to the top.
Whoa.
Yep.
Okay. And at the top, the pain has made all things clear. Billy and Ving, what are you doing down? You see Tuck scrambling up this hill, and you see that he is wounding himself in the climb.
And he's reached the top.
He eventually pulls himself over the edge. He's following the image of himself
Whoa.
over the top.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah.
I like Billy wants to go after him, but he gets this feeling like, oh no, he does need to do this alone.
Mm-hmm. But I want to let him know that we're behind him, but without distracting him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I could send up a signal somehow.
Yeah.
Rock.
Get hit in the back with a rock.
No.
So funny.
Big
Picks
rock,
up
like-
a rock, looks at it, gets ready to throw.
I
No.
could send some Bill-o'-the-Wisps to keep.
Oh, that's
Oh.
so cute.
I mean, I did mine already.
Yeah. Yeah. Big throws a rock at my back. And then I hear a little like cat.
Yeah. You see a little cat light follow you.
Mhm.
Do I need to roll to see if I don't hit him? I'm trying to
No,
get close with it.
I think it's enough to know that you're there, you
Yeah.
know? The rock sails up. Ving has good enough aim that he's not just going to kill Tuck.
Picks up the softest rock. It's very sharp. Kisses it and throws it right at Tuck.
Yeah. And it like hits the top, like the ridge just as
Mhm.
Tuck is climbing over, and he sees it tumble back down.
Mhm.
And then he hears the jingling bell sound
It's
of
kind of heart-shaped. You know when you find
Yeah.
a rock?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Tuck puts it in his pocket.
and he hears the jingling bell sound of the Bill-o'-the-Wisp padding up beside him.
Mhm.
And you reach the top. And you see the burning tree, smoldering, towering, but somehow smaller than you expected. You see yourself approaching a figure at the base of the tree. The figure is just standing in front of the trunk, like looking up at the burning branches.
Does the figure have detail this? What is it? Just a silhouette?
It was a silhouette in every other instance of Tuck observing it, but because of the focus he feels right now, he sees it clear. He sees a red tracksuit, a broad, muscular back, long black hair,
Fathom.
And at his side, a chain with a stone ball on the end.
Holy shit.
Whoa!
What a stupid thing to find at the top. of this
Fucking
thing. It's
tracksuit.
just a big muscular guy. in a
I love that.
tracksuit.
Your frenemy?
Yeah. And you see, Tuck, this is the thing, is this dream you've never reached this point in the dream.
I've never gotten to the top.
So you watch yourself approach, and you haven't seen him in a while. You know it's him. His hair's different. He's dressed differently.
He looks totally different.
But it's Fathom.
Yeah.
As Dream You approaches this figure, he turns, and you see dark skin and the glint of a sunstone eye in the side of his head. And then they begin to fight.
Whoa. What? Why?
Dream Tuck and Fathom make eye contact, and it's like they agreed to meet here. You swing the axe a couple times in front of you, roll your shoulders, crack your neck, and Fathom starts spinning his tetherball. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And you make the first move. You rush forward. Fathom swings his ball in a huge meteor arc at you. You dodge out of the way at the last second. It still clips you in the shoulder. You drop to a knee almost for a second, and you turn that momentum into a bull rush. You slam into his chest. His heels slide back in the sand, and then he stops your charge. He throws you back, brings the ball behind him, and up, down, over his head like a comet.
The Dream Tuck tries to deflect it with the axe, but he doesn't move fast enough, and you hear it crunch against his arm.
Oh, yeah.
Breaking it.
And he's swinging. He's trying to keep his arm out of the way now. Your broken arm. You're trying to keep it out of the way. And you've got the axe in a close grip under the head. You're using it like a punching weapon now. You're trying to get inside Fathom's range. He's got range on you with the chain, with the ball chain. So you come in, and he doesn't expect you to get in this close this quickly. It's like you're faster than he remembers. And you punch towards his chest, and he tries to pull the chain taut in front of him. He tries to wrap it around the haft of Larry, Terry, and Chad. And it's like he stops it for a second, and you lean into the axe, and the amethyst spike digs into his chest. You're pushing Fathom back a step by a step towards the burning tree.
I pin him against the
trunk.
Smoldering tree.
Yeah. And Tuck, you, separated from this fight, can see something that you can't in the dream. Fathom drops the ball into his right hand and brings it up towards the side of your head. And you are laid out on the ground. Your only working arm reaching out towards Larry, Terry, and Chad where it's been knocked from your grip. How does this end?
Okay. Tuck is dazed. He's he's scrambling to grab TLC. What is Fathom doing?
Yeah, he's still got the ball in his hand, but he's pressed his other hand against the massive wound in his lung.
It's spurting a little bit, like coughing.
Yeah.
Yeah, every breath, every cough, every beat of his heart, there's more blood pouring out of him. And he's stumbling towards you with a rock in his hand. You see him drop the ball, thunk, into the sand. The chain still in his grip.
Tuck, he's dazed. He's reaching for the axe, and he finally makes contact with it, grabs the haft, and goes to swing it at Fathom. And then Fathom uses the ball, swings it at the axe, and it connects with the handle and cracks it in half.
Whoa.
The head of the axe falls in the rock, and Fathom picks it up and slices across Tuck's face.
Oh my God.
And Tuck loses the other eye from Fathom. And then Fathom reaches into his pocket and he pulls out an obsidian coin and he flicks it and takes the axe and shatters the coin in front of Tuck.
And the coin, as it shatters, freezes in place, and the dream with it. This seems to be, to Tuck's knowing, the end of the dream. And as the coin pulls back in to reform in the way that we've seen before, strands of the dream go with it. The tree, the blasted landscape, the rocks, the smoke, everything sucked into this coin until we're left with nothing but blackness and a single white coin hanging in the air. And then it drops to the ground with a heavy clink. It does not bounce. And you're all back suddenly in this backstage space, a black expanse behind knowing, behind dreams, behind thought. And the Anerophage pads forward, gives the coin and consumes it. And as the Anerophage lifts its horrid mouth off the floor of this backstage space, it looks to the three of you and says, "Our deal is done." And you wake.
Covered in blood. Like, what do I see?
Yeah. Ving wakes up screaming.
And I think
I have
that's
so many tubes in my
I was
mouth.
just gonna say. Yeah, Ving wakes up.
Straws.
We wake up like we're inside the Matrix. Like, oh
and
my
I think
god.
that's where we're going to end the episode for this week. I'm your game master, Shawn O'Hara.
Pharrell is like crying in the corner.
They're praying over us and weeping. They're gone.
Rights or whatever.
Morris is screaming at him to do some medical procedure, and Pharrell's crying.
Victor's like, they weren't that stupid. They were actually pretty
There's
cool.
8 pages gathered around your bodies holding little paper flowers, just
They're
wiping their...
feeding us into an incinerator. Whoa!
Dude, these guys were fine. They were totally.
They're just like, they would want to go together.
Oh, man. All right. I've been your game master, Shawn O'Hara. Joining me, as always, playing Tacoma Dome the Barbarian, Abdul Aziz.
So long.
Playing Ving the Half-Elf Druid, Paul Oppers.
Take care.
Playing Fat Billy the Halfling Thief, Jessica Ty.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you to all of our supporters around the world. If you would like to support the show and get access to a bonus campaign set in the High Spear Mall, merch, gift boxes, maybe even a game run by Abdul or myself.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You can check us out at spoutlore.com/money, please, or patreon.com/spoutlore. Thank you to Aaron Reed for our intro and outro music. You can find Aaron Reed's original music on bandcamp.com and all of the music produced for Spout Lore on Spotify. Thank you finally, and most of all, to all of you for listening. We'll see you next time.
And so ends the tale of adventures three who tried the best they can. Though dumb and scared and lost they be, for time's abreast in revelry. And though our journey may be lying a conclusion, we will not leave you without a resolution. Return next week to hear some more whilst you commute or do your chores. And for you, I'd gladly spout more.
The Fable and Folly Network, where fiction producers flourish.
Dum-Dums and Dice would like to welcome you to the grim darkness of the 41st millennium in the Valentine Heresy, an actual play podcast set in the Genesis adaptation of Warhammer 40,000's Dark Heresy RPG. Newly promoted Inquisitor Lucius Valentine has received visions of the death of the immortal God Emperor. With few options before him, he teams up with hive-bred criminal siblings Lyric and Alto. Together, they must defeat a cabal of shadowy foes to save the Emperor and the Imperium. Can this trio of unlikely heroes survive in a galaxy where there is only war?
The Emperor's going to die in a year. My job is to make sure the Emperor doesn't die. Because if the Emperor dies, the Astronomicon goes out. And the only thing keeping the Imperium alive is the fact that we have a very large navy and a very large army and space marines, and they shoot everyone. It's delightful. Praise the Emperor. Thanks for that. But if the Astronomicon goes out, we have no navy, we have no ability to defend ourselves, and the Xenos and Chaos will overrun us instantly because there will be no defense.
So every planet will turn out like Galen's Glory?
And that would be the best case scenario. Which is why we need to keep the Emperor on his throne.
I spit in my palm and put my hand out for a handshake.
Am I supposed to do something in return? Is this... I'm sorry, I just don't know what this is.
Alto's like, yeah, like this. He spits in his hand and puts it out towards you as well.
Then I spit in both palms and shake their hands separately.
We have an inquisitorial band.
Warhammer 40,000, The Valentine Heresy. Available now.
Spout Lore is proudly a Spout Lore Studios production.
A podcast for best friends by best friends.